Hello.
Hello. Do a
Hi.
quick check. Hi. So good to see you.
Good to see
And
you.
everybody else.
I know. Hi, everybody.
Hi,
We're going
everybody.
to talk about bodies with the amazing Danielle Carter.
Hello. Hello,
Hello.
hello. We're live. Oh, I'm supposed to share that. Okay, sharing.
Sharing. She's going to multitask. I'll talk while she shares. So a lot of you guys know I have been on this incredible journey of becoming a 3-day body class facilitator in Access Consciousness, which is like an amazing 3-day class where you just
Yes.
everything just changes
Oh
from
my
you
gosh.
like, laying on the table and relaxing and getting loved up and blissing out, and it's horrible.
It's like 3 days at a spa. You
I
even
know.
get touched.
Totally. Just having wonderful people's paws all over you. And
Without that judgy mode, though.
no, not paw, I like kitten paws, without the claws.
Well, yeah. I mean, but honestly, it's one of the things I love about the 3D body class is we touch each other without judgment. We touch each other without any fear, and so it's just such a yummy, nurturing energy of that touch instead of like, is my masseuse judging me? Oh no, that's me. Oh, is it them? I don't know.
Yeah, totally. And it's just such an incredible space, like a really potent space. Yeah. And I get to play with it when I was, doing all these body classes. A lot of people followed along with that creation, and that was really fun. And just like for me, I really stepped into when I started doing the body classes, the half day or 1-day body classes that I needed to do to become a 3-day body facilitator. I was like, I'm going to facilitate these as if I were facilitating a 3-day body class, because why not?
Nice.
I don't have to, wait until then.
Nope.
And it was so cool to just really play. And Facebook user just registered for the 3-day body class. Awesome. I'm not sure who
Yay!
it is, but you just show up as Facebook user. But yay, we're happy.
Yay! And hi, Maureen.
Yeah, hi, Maureen.
I get to see
Yeah.
her in Canada next month.
Nice. That's awesome. So the final step of my journey becoming a 3-day body facilitator, and the first step of being a 3-day and actually being a 3-day body facilitator, is co-facilitating a 3-day body class. Megan Wood equals Facebook user.
Megan.
Yay, Megan. So happy you're going to come and play.
Me too.
So Danielle and I are co-facilitating a 3-day body class together in Chicago. Labor Day.
And I'm so excited to do it. It's so much fun. I've been a part of the 3-day body classes since the beginning. Really, since the beginning of the program. I'm actually one of the ones that put a lot of the things in place. For a lot of the rules. Like when people are like, I have to do one of every body process. I'm like, I know.
That's Danielle's fault.
But you know what's one of the fun things about that? I love that you did it already as becoming a 3-day body class facilitator. I mean, as if you already were. Because one of the things I love about, and it's one of the reasons we put into place the teach or do a body class on every body process, is there are so many energies with the body processes. First of all, we're still discovering what's possible with these body processes. And then the other thing is to get you, as the people starting to facilitate this class, to get to know the body processes. But then what a lot of people don't realize is it also gives the body processes a chance to know you.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So as a facilitator, you get to have this intimate thing with these body processes. And so you get to know them, they get to know you, and then you go off and do 3-day body classes where they're all there and dancing together. It's a lot of fun.
That's so cool. I love that. They get to know you. That's really cool. I do feel like that actually is part of what happened,
It is. I love it.
Yeah. That's so cool. Well, and we also we titled this Facebook Live, "How to Use Your Body to Get What You Want," which I love, because I think we both know a thing or two about that.
What?
And that was actually part of the journey for me, was including, like, really going, hey, body, can we do this?
Yeah.
Because I was like, I thought it was impossible for a long time. Like, I started doing it a long time
Only
ago.
years.
Huh?
Only years.
Only like 7 years.
Oh, I was thinking it was 2. Okay, 7.
No, I started in 2012 was my first body process class.
Okay.
And I did it for like 3 years, and then I was like, it's too hard. But it was and the whole thing was just such a gift. But I was like, body, what you got? Like, can we do this? And my body was like, yes.
Yeah.
And it contributed so much. It really led me. It led the way, And you know a lot about this, Danielle.
Oh my gosh. Yes.
That's right body for you.
Right? I know. I find it so funny that I have the honor of starting or being a major contributor to or creator to so many of these things in Access that have the word body, when I spent most of my life hating bodies, and I'm like, bodies, yay. And but to that, how to use your body to get what you want. One of the things I find most interesting in a 3-day body class specifically is we tend to have, when we're not that just space and quiet, which that happens a lot too, because we're just enjoying that. But there's also communication going on then. It's not just quiet, it's verbally quiet, but energetically a lot of communication going on. Yeah. But then when we do speak, what's interesting is there is a lot of amazing conversations going on and discoveries and things showing up, and I've had some people go, well, of course you're just laying on tables. I'm like, no, these are possible to show up because we're including our body. Because we're in that space where our body is a part of that oneness and that connection and that communion, all these amazing things come up. So how to use your body to get what you want? Allow it to talk to you. Not just about things, eat what it wants to eat, what it wants to wear, who wants to shag. That's just the beginning. It's really about giving you information about everything. And so that space in the 3D body class really shows that when the body is there, awarenesses of not just this reality, but out there, and who knows what else in different realities, it all shows up. So how to use your body to get what you want? You can get anything with the contribution from your body. I always like to say, what if your body is the creation partner you've been looking for?
Oh, I love that. That's right. So great. That's so
Hi, great. Robert.
Hey, Robert.
I get to see him next month in Canada too. I'm doing classes in Canada. I'm so excited.
Oh, the Canadians are like, please come and say that.
I can't wait. I can't wait.
Yeah. Oh, that was so awesome. Yeah. And I look at like well, it's funny because one of the things that really showed up for me super dynamically when I started doing the body processes and like having them run on my body, and when I started Access, was I had so much going on with my body. I was, and I was like supposed to be like fit and healthy. I was like a organic yoga teacher. I did I did it all right, because I live in Boulder, and that's what we do here,
And I've been with you in Boulder. We walked around going, oh my gosh.
Yeah, there's a lot of right and wrong around here with bodies, and I was right with bodies. I was right with my body, and so I was, kind of like recovering from that paradigm in a way. And I'm really grateful because a lot of what I did before, I've worked with bodies, since I was like 27 or something. Like I've been working with bodies for
you have a lot of different, like, oh, I did this.
Yeah.
Credentials go on. It's kind of
and a lot of it was a huge gift, actually. Like it really like taught me to listen to my body and to be, but it's like when I had this overlay of this is what's right with bodies, I could listen to my body only as far as it would match my judgments of what was the right thing to do and what was the right thing to choose. And when I started doing Access, and I stopped I started getting out of the judgment of all of that, and running the body processes, it was like this stuff just went away. My body literally, it was like my body took my hand and was like, come with me, I'll show you.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
I think that's how I got into my first access class. Cause I remember, cause our friend Dr. Dane here was on my mom's radio show, right? And I was invited to go to a bars class, right? The Access Conscious bars. And I'm like, no. And then I'm like, oh, but I can't go to this one. But when's your next one? And I literally went, who said that? And it was my body. It's like my body was like, we're going. I'm like, okay. Yeah. So talking about bodies leading the way, absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah. And let's talk a little bit about, because one of the things that people sort of, I think it's a conceptual thing that people are like, that sounds good. And I have no idea how to do that, but is in including your body and creating money, because a lot of times we don't, like, we're like, oh, I'd like to do this, whatever. And I don't, have the money, and sure, my body would like to do it, but body, we don't have the money, and when we include our bodies in, we include our bodies in actualizing whatever it is. And if it requires money, the money's included in that, but there's so much magic in using our bodies to actualize things in physical reality, including money.
Well, yeah. And the subject of money comes up in every body class I do, whether Right Body for You, 3-day, or whatever else. Because who gets the benefits of the money you have? Your body does, right? And I remember having an argument with my body. It was very one-sided, but I tried having an argument. Having an argument with my body a long time ago. I was living in Houston at the time, and I'm like, okay, body, what do you want? And it's like, I want a massage at the Houstonian, which was like way unfathomable, way beyond my means at the time. And I'm like, body, we don't have money for that, right? We don't have money for that. What else what would you like? And it's like, I want this. And I went back and forth, and I finally went, fine, then you make the money. And my body went, okay. And I went, wait a minute, what? I had never actually thought about allowing my body to contribute to the money. I had to do it.
Yeah.
It's like, and not only so, it's like, in addition to not allowing our bodies to contribute to money, but where else are we going? No, I have to do it, instead of allowing the universe, our bodies, other people, concepts, things we don't even have a name for, to contribute to our finances.
Yeah. I have a really fun story about that too. So my body, I was in the process of buying my house, and so like sucking all the money, when you're buying a house, you're like, all the money goes to the house,
Yes, I do know.
Yeah, you're doing that right now. Jackie says hello. Hi, Jackie.
Jackie. Hi, Jackie.
And my body literally one day, and this is, people that have never heard these types of conversations, you might be like, y'all are freaks, and
well, yes,
we didn't,
and it's still true.
And we talk to our bodies, and it works. So, I'm happy to be one of those freaks. But one day my body was like, I want a new car. And I hadn't really been liking my car for a while. It was old, and my body's like, I want a new car. And I was like, body, we're buying a house right now. We can't buy a car too, and
it's against the rules of this reality. I mean, literally, they tell you, if you're in the process of buying a house, don't buy a car.
Right. It's like, that's too much for 1 year. This is the year of buying the house. It's not the year of buying a house and a new car, and then just side note, like throwaway, I went, okay, but if you want to create it, go for it. I said this to my body. If you want to create it, then just go for it. Okay. So I went to actually, it was a bunch of classes in Vancouver, and there was a lot of body conversations, and then there was a body class. And so it was like, I had been in Vancouver for like 10 days, and it was like everything body. I come home, I'm driving home from the airport. My car slides on the ice, slams into the side concrete wall on the passenger side, just gently enough to total it, but not to hurt me or interfere with any other cars. And I'm able to drive away from the scene. And my ex-husband's office is right across the street. I was about to get on a radio show. I went into his office, got on my radio show. It was totally in time.
Love it.
And and then like called the towing company. They took my car away, and my insurance company ended up giving me, they were like, do you want to total it or do you want us to fix it? And I'm like, I want to total it. And they're like, here's how much you're going to get. And it was more money than the car was worth that they gave me.
Nice.
And then I went and test drove cars and ended up like so many other magical things. And I ended up getting a brand new BMW, like made for me. They were like, what color would you like this? And what would you, and it was, and I still had money like for my house. So, and it was like the timing was perfect. Like I was going to Europe and they made the car while I was in Europe and I had the rental car and it was just like, everything just completely lined up, total perfection. And then the day I got home from Europe, my car was ready. It was just like,
and that's some of the magic that's possible when we actually are like, and what I love is the theme in both of our stories is we went, okay, buddy, you do it. And our buddies were like, okay.
Yeah. And I truly it was like, if you want to do it, go for it. I'm not going to stand in the way of your capacity to create.
And that's the key. So many people do stand in the way.
Yeah. Yeah. And you don't have to think about it. Like I would have never been able to make that, like if I had, like, that's not something that you can just plan, and do. It was like, I'm going to get into an accident. I mean, my body was just like, boom, oops, the car's totaled. You're not hurt. Fine. You don't even need a tow truck to drive away. You just right across the street and you're good.
I have to admit, one of my favorite parts is that your ex-husband's parking lot was across the street for his office. You could just go there. It's like, oh, here.
Yeah, because I could barely drive the car, but I could get it across the street and then I just left it. It was so funny. But that's like when we just, because when you get it, like if I had been like, no, I mean, that's such a boring energy, right? Like that it's dead out of the water, right? And my body would have been like, and who knows what would have shown up. But I was smart enough to go, okay, you know what you're doing. Just do it. Yeah. If you want to do it, do it. And what would it be like for anything that any of you are asking? Hey, John, for anything that y'all are asking for, what would it be like to just, if there's something that you would like to create, let your body create it. Just be like, you know what? You're in charge with this one.
And that doesn't mean that there's not actions required on your part, but it's a following that energy. As we started talking at the beginning, letting your body lead that and not making it like responsible for it. But for me, one of the keys is that body's request and demand, and we go, okay.
Yeah.
Instead of that, no, I won't stand in your way.
Yeah, totally. Well, I could have, when that happened, I could have been like, oh my God, I could have gone into trauma drama. I could have been like, I need to fix the car because I can't afford a new, but I was like, oh, all right, body. I know what you're doing, so I went with it. And then I took the actions according to, my body's request. I was like, this is you taking action. Like, so now I'm not going to like do something weird to get in the, like if you ask your body to create money for something and it does, and you don't choose whatever that was that your body created money for, well, then you're kind of fucking yourself over,
Right. And yeah. Right. And you guys, and it doesn't have to be, oh, look, Jackie's on now too. She's not just Robert, but Jackie's on too.
And Facebook users said hello.
Okay. But and here's the thing is it doesn't have to be an accident, nor does it have to be a direct correlation. What was interesting about that? Because like with my example of I told my body, I'm like, fine, you create the money. Then that month, my finances doubled. The next month, my finances doubled. And it wasn't that my body did something physical in this reality. It was just, it contributed to that. My finances kept doubling. And I'm like, this is cool. Until one day I went, well, I could never possibly double this amount. Different story. But, that's when our judgments and we get in the way again. But it is. So it's like, and then acknowledging the magic that is, not just in the direct correlation. I can see this, but it's a bunch of it. So yeah. So if you guys are enjoying this conversation, it's been 20 minutes, and which surprises me. So imagine Heather and I for 3 days talking about this fun stuff and what we're going to discover and what energies we'll share. So yeah. And it sounds like you have
my house.
Yes, like and your peeps came home.
Yeah.
So come and play with us in Chicago. Yeah. And Chicago is such a fun city, you guys.
So much fun.
It's such a fun city.
Yeah.
And the energies there are quite entertaining.
Yeah, there's lots of hedonistic yumminess to be had. Absolutely. In and out of class. And yeah, we got a really yummy hotel in a yummy part of town. And yeah, we're just going to play. So September 2nd through the 4th. So a week from Friday is the first day of class. We're there for 3 days. It's Labor Day weekend. Hopefully going to be gorgeous. And
yeah. And, and check out flights in United. Chicago is a United hub. So lots of flights go there. Yeah. Just saying.
And Southwest too. Southwest,
yeah.
I'm flying in on Southwest and out on United. So as one does,
As one does.
Yeah. Cool.
All right.
Yeah. Thanks everybody. The link, because this is going to multiple places. So when we post it down there, I don't know where it shows up, but it's heathernichols.com/Chicago Body if you want to come and play. So
come and play and celebrate with all of us of Heather becoming a 3-day body class facilitator. Yay. It's been such an honor to see so many people over the years. And I'm so thrilled because, you like bodies. So I love people who love bodies becoming 3-day body class facilitators. Yay.
I love bodies. Yeah. So bring your body. Come play.
Absolutely. All right. I'll see you in Chicago, Heather.
Everybody. Bye.